Parica. Thank you. And his opponent sponsored by Yacht Sports, San Miguel Beer, player representative for Jack Justice Cases. 4 times he's won the World All-Around Championships. He's an international superstar, known as the Magician. Please welcome from the Republic of the Philippines, Mr. Efren Reyes. Thank you. Gentlemen, you may lag for the first break. Good luck. Let's hear it for him.
So it all starts here. Efren Reyes versus Jose Parica. What a way to start our coverage of the Galveston World Classic. One pocket action. 2 giants of the sport. And the lag, as Billy and I had talked about earlier, and it looks like it might just be Parica.
Well, Parica won the lag. That certainly was an upset to begin with, you know, and to start off, I thought for sure Reyes would win the lag because he has excellent control of the speed of the cue ball, but that's not what happened. But keep in mind now, Reyes going into this match was definitely the favorite. Now that Parica's won the lag, certainly has changed things a little bit, Jim.
Well, Scotty just threw it to the booth to us, Billy, even though we were chatting away. But here we go. The first in the best of 5. Race to 3. One pocket action. Jose Parica, Efren Reyes.
Now, the break in one pocket, particularly on a freshly clothed table, was very, very, very big. What an advantage it is. And you can see right away why it's an advantage. Notice the position of the balls after the balls are broken. Parica's pocket obviously is the pocket to the right. 3 balls surrounding his pocket, which makes it a very difficult situation for Reyes to deal with right away. But if there's anyone that can deal with a situation like this, Reyes. He's looking to come off these, I believe that's the 7 ball, the brown ball, and try to reposition the cue ball, the 12 ball. He'll probably end up doing that. Or he's going to maybe shoot the 15 and freeze the cue ball in the stack, trying to move some balls away. Like so. Seems like that was a much better choice, considering the results of the shot.
Yeah, Parica, there'll be no intimidation here. Normally when somebody locks horns with a Efren Reyes on the one pocket table, you know, well, you feel like you might have to take some chances that you normally wouldn't take. And I think Parica will have that.
Well, I sort of like agree with that assessment, but I think there's going to be intimidation regardless of who you are playing Reyes and who you are playing Parica. Even though these 2 players are quite familiar with one another, playing so many times in their lifetime, you know, Parica nearing 60 and Reyes 54, 55 your age, right? They played probably 100 times at least. So therefore, from that standpoint, I don't think there's much of an intimidation factor, but nevertheless, there still is intimidation there because of the ability and skills of both players. They can beat you quickly. And this shot has to be hit with good speed. And I'd say that's pretty good speed there.
Nice touch.
Yeah, absolutely. That shot was essential for it to be hit with good speed, and he certainly had. He hit it with good speed. Now this is the shot that he first wanted to shoot. He went to reposition the cue ball, I believe, behind the 12 here. I think this is the shot he's shooting. Okay, this is interesting. Now he has a bank on the 12. I don't know if he's going to shoot it, and if he does shoot it, I don't know how, you know, how in the fashion that he's going to shoot it, because you can play position on the red 3 and bank to 12, but that's a very risky shot because if you don't make it, you sell out the green 6. Now he's thinking, well, if I come up table where he cannot pocket the 6, and I can bank to 12 in that fashion, maybe I'll try to do that. Let's see if he can do that, because he definitely wants to shoot for his pocket here.
Yeah, just like you suggested, Billy, he wants to see how far to come with that white to not leave the 6 if he misses this.
It's going to be a very difficult shot to execute because he's going to have to hit it with a center ball because he doesn't want to forward here. He wants to go back. No, he didn't. No, that's not going to be quite costly. See, That's a little bit of the intimidation factor right there at first shot. He should have gone up table much further than that. And he undercut the balls, which obviously slowed the cue ball down. So therefore, he really mishit that shot, and it was very, very crucial for him to hit that shot well. Reyes runs balls better playing one pocket than anyone in the world. No question about that. I watched him play rotation, as you have watched him play probably many times rotation. And you really have to know where the cue ball is going playing rotation, particularly around clusters and how to break loose balls. Reyes does that better than anyone, and he runs balls playing one pocket better than anyone. And we'll get a little taste of that right here. Opting to play position for the 3-ball bag, which will put him on top of the 3 balls to the left of the stack here.
And he'd expect to get this. No applause, but handy shot.
I kind of like for him to play position for the 9 with the 12 ball. Oh, is that the 15 ball there?
The brown. That's the 15.
Well, he's not. I figured he was going to. If the 9 passed the 15, he would have used the 15 as an insurance ball.
Well, that's 4 now into Efren's pocket.
Now, this is very interesting. I mean, he's going to probably shoot the 9 here going into the 8. I don't know how much movement he's going to get. I don't know if he's going to end up with a shot. He may try to end up with a shot on the 8 next. Because I think the 8 will go into the 13, I believe.
Ed Hagen, if you're in the room, I need you to table 23. Ed Hagen from Diamond, I need you to table 23.
He would like to go forward, but I don't think he's going to do well going forward here with the cue ball. It's a pretty tough situation. He may not even shoot the 9. He don't like the angle. See, sometimes you have such an awkward angle, you don't really have much potential position. He wants to try to do something differently here. Well, yeah, and I have to respect his choice.
Yeah, he's got plenty of angle here now. He can get that cue ball back over to attack one of those open balls if he elects to.
I think he's going to try to get the open balls because he does this so well. Notice the speed of the cue ball here. Look at this. How about that? Isn't that wonderful? It's beautiful to watch, really.
That's 6 now.
Now he's going to draw it back for the 5. And he'll run 8 and out when there actually really wasn't 8. First game of a short race to 3, he certainly has prepared himself to play.
And how punishing the mistake from Parica. And just like that, the magician opens his account, takes the first one here. Unbelievable right out of the gate. Efren Reyes, 1-0.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't get any better than that. You know, first opportunity at the table, running 8 and out, and quite creatively, I might add. He didn't like going into the stack where 95% of the other players here would have gone into the stack off the 9. He elected to, he saw where he could run out, you know, because going into the stack, like I mentioned to you, I didn't know if he would come up with a shot. You know, he obviously saw that as well.
And Billy, that was against Parica's break too. So that one hurt a little bit more.
Oh, sure, it certainly did. Okay, that's not bad, okay, for Parica that is, because he has 2 balls near his pocket and he doesn't have a very difficult situation to deal with here. He can back kick the red 3, you know, and send the cue ball to the cushion. That's 1 out that I see. And he can leave the 8 and 13 where they are now. He could go off the 8 and relocate the cue ball behind the 3, but he doesn't need to do that. I like back kicking the 3 softly. That'll block the lane for the bank on the 1 ball. Oh, he's going to go off the 6 softly.
Yeah, this is where we talked about, though. You're going to see these players slow rolling a lot of balls, and as they were practicing, Efren was slow rolling balls all over the table just to get a feel for the table and where the subtle rolls might be, if any.
He might be playing a shot here. No, he wasn't. He repositioning the cue ball. Now it looks like Parica is starting to get in a little trouble here. But keep in mind now, there's a lot of congestion down here in front of Reyes' pocket. So Parica really doesn't have the fear now of leaving the cue ball up table because there's no balls that go into Reyes' pocket. But he'll only do that if he absolutely needs to do that or has to do that. If he has another choice, he'll do that because you really don't want to leave him on the other end of the table because he can shoot a ball into that cluster and then open up everything and put you in a lot of trouble. Now, I like this shot here a lot. He's going to shoot the 5 into the stack, repositioning cue ball, like I mentioned, up table. But when in doing this, he's going to create some opportunities for himself later on with the repositioning of the balls. See, Reyes doesn't like the way the 6 and the 3 are positioned. He's going to have to try to change that. But if it's not the right time to change it, obviously he won't. Cue ball positioned very closely to the cushion. Always a problem for the shooter.
I played one pocket only once in my life in Ohio. I had a pretty handy guy as my partner, Nick Varner.
Oh, yeah, excellent player, excellent player. He's going to play the 2 off the 7, repositioning the cue ball behind the 8 and the 14. That's one of the options that he has, which obviously he saw. This one here he's going to elevate. Now, like I mentioned, cue ball very closely positioned to the cushion creates problems for the shooter. He likes this shot, but he doesn't like the position of the cue ball, which would deter him in some way. See, he wants to go forward. By going forward, he has hit it softly. See? He wanted to hit it with some speed, but considering where the cue ball was positioned in relation to the cushion, he didn't want to choose that choice because of the position of the cue ball.
Good result, though, Billy. Look what he's done near his pocket. He's developed a combination, the 7-3 dead into the corner.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a good result in that regard, but Parica's going to change that, obviously. But what Reyes did, which was very mindful and noteworthy, is that he didn't want to run the risk of losing the control of the cue ball. Even though it was a stronger shot to shoot it with speed, he opted to shoot it with a lot less speed to stay in control of the table in terms of ball positioning.
Well, you call that one right. He dismissed that 3 without a second's thought.
Yeah, but he opened up the entire pocket for all balls now. So therefore, you know, he was forced to do that because he really didn't have any options for other than the one he shot. Reyes will then reposition the cue ball behind the 8 off the orange 5, keeping Parica in trouble here. I don't know how much of the 13 ball Parica can see. If he can see enough of it to bank it and clear the brown 7, he'll do that. But if he shoots this and it hits the 7, he may sell out 13 ball. Let's see. It's a very, very delicate shot here, Jim. He opted to go the other route. It's not bad. Reyes has the ability once again to reposition the cue ball behind the 8, coming off the 13 ball this time. And in doing this, he'll accomplish a couple different things. He'll move balls that are positioned nicely for Parica away from that side of the table and reposition the cue ball behind the 8. So as you can see, he's accomplished quite a bit with that shot. Now it's getting kind of thin out there for Parica in terms of what he can do with the cue ball, because now he runs the risk of leaving a bank if he comes off the 8 or the 14. So therefore he has to defend against that as well in shooting his next shot. He's going to just leave the cue balls behind the 8. I don't know if I like that. He doesn't like it either. Notice all the indecision out there, Jim. He's really in a situation here.
Well, and given the position of the balls, as you've already noted, Billy, that everything is starting to favor Efren.
Yeah, and when I mentioned it was getting thin out there, meaning that wasn't very many choices available for him. It's getting close to post time, if you will.
Well, players jockeying for position here. A mistake much more punishable if it comes from Parica. And he knows that, so he's really got to try and just keep the handcuffs on Efren here.
Now he can go up table by the 9, or he can go down table, either way. He opted to go up table, which was a good shot, because now Parica is really in a lot of trouble, because if he comes off the 14 ball, trying to reposition the cue ball behind the 3 balls in front of Brace's pocket, he runs the risk of selling out the bank on the 8. See, I know he's mindful of that, because that's the only really good shot he has available.
And while Jose's having a quick thought about this, let's thank our sponsors for the inaugural Galveston World Classic. Diamond Billiard Products and Simonis Cloth, the best. The player's choice.
Okay, now he has one shot that's a very risky shot, but he'll get paid off. He can billiard the 8 in here, okay, and even try to play position off of that shot. Now this is very risky here. Oh, you know, I would have thought that with his skills of pocketing balls and understanding billiards and caroms and such as shots like that, he may have opted to billiard the 8, because that's really a rewarding shot, you know. And that shot wasn't any more difficult than the shot he chose. Giving Reyes ball in hand, just about ball in hand, with the balls positioned the way they are here.
Yeah, you'd expect him to knock the 8 in again here. And
oh yeah, this is fatal here. But he did reposition the 13 ball behind the 15, or in front of the 15, possibly creating a problem running 8 and out. But let's see how well he does here, Jim. He needs 4 balls here. He's trying to figure out how he's going to get them. I think he's going to play for the pink ball next. Well, you know, he's going to go into the 15 here, Jim. It looks like to me. If he plays position for the pink, he may run into the 8. So I don't know if he's going to do that. It's very close in terms of the distance that he has.
He's having a quick count, and I can confirm he's knocked 5 balls in, so he needs 3 more.
I think he's going to try to go into the 15 here, Jim. That's what he's done. He's gone into the 15. Now he's opened up everything here. So it looks like his potential is much better now than it was before that shot. Beautifully executed shot. Nicely done.
This one would do the trick.
Well, that's 2 8 and outs in 2 games by Efren Reyes, and
as yet, Jose Parica is yet to bother the scoreboard. 2-0 to Reyes in the race to 3, in complete control here, and he has looked in unstoppable form.
And Parica has really shot a couple of shots that were really kind of suspect. You know, actually the bank on the 12 ball falling short of the mark where he wanted to get, giving Reyes the opportunity in game number 1 to run 8 and out, and then again a couple times in this game, giving Reyes, you know, an out. Now this is one of the rare times where the break is a disadvantage. If you hit the break a certain way and the end ball comes out, you're at a disadvantage, and Reyes right now has the advantage, obviously. Not only with after the results of the break, but with his ability to run out. It's such a factor here.
Well, he's off the mark yet again.
Okay, the 3 goes. I believe the 7 goes.
There's a combination at the top of that cluster going to the corner.
Yeah, I think he looked at it and he didn't like it. I think it's falling a little short. Notice he put that left-hand draw on the ball after hitting the cushion. It comes straight off the cushion, opposed to up table, going away from the 7. I don't know if he's ended up with a shot on the 7, but he wanted the angle on the 7 that puts him into the stack with the cue ball. He played for that angle. I don't know if he's got that shot or not.
Just overcooked that one.
No, if he doesn't have an offensive shot here, he doesn't really want to shoot this. This is not a shot he wants to shoot here. Even though it's a very makeable shot and he figures to make it 8, 9 out of 10 times, he really doesn't want to shoot this shot because he doesn't have much potential with the shot. And there's you know, a big downside with that shot if he doesn't happen to make it. He's looking to reposition the cue ball behind the 11 and open up balls on his side of the table, shooting the green 6. Now he's going to shoot the shot again. I don't like the shot.
This is risky.
He was very fortunate for that ball to fall in, the 11 ball. I don't know if Parica has a shot. He has a shot on the 2 ball, which is a very, very high risk and difficult shot. But right now he's trailing 2-0. Not that the difference in score has anything to do with the shot selection at this time, but he may end up shooting the blue 2, providing that no other balls pass, like the 14. He really doesn't want to shoot the 3. See, if he shoots the 3, then Reyes shoots balls up table, you know, and it equalizes the position or neutralizes it. He's got to go for his pocket here in some way. He obviously didn't have a full pocket because of the indecision out there, but he certainly has a full pocket now.
No, that risky shot from Efren.
Yeah, I didn't like that choice. And if you notice, there was even after if he made it, he had no other shot. So therefore, that was a consideration that he should have had prior to shooting that shot, which I think he did. But he didn't like any other of the options he had, so I guess that's why he shot that shot.
Well, the way that Jose's played that, this 8 must pass.
He needs 6 balls. I can only see 4 there, so he's going to have to open the balls at some point in time if he wants to run out.
Well, in fact, he could see the outside one, Billy.
Nicely executed shot there, Jim.
Yeah, he's got the right angle on this 6-2. That puts him at 4, so he wants 4 more.
But he would like to have a nice angle on the 8 to go into the balls, playing position for the 7 after he goes into the balls, which he does. No, he would like to follow this into the 10, because he has to remove the 10 here, so he can shoot the 7 next. Well, he's gone down a little further than he wanted to here. He has a very difficult shot on the 7 and no shot on the 10. I don't believe he can shoot the 10 because of the position of the cue ball in the 5 ball. But I think they're frozen, which precludes him from shooting the 10. He doesn't have the ability to pocket the 10 from where the position of the cue ball is.
6-2, the score here in the 3rd rack. Efren has already won the first 2.
No, he can shoot a 10. Well, if he can shoot the 10. Oh, he hit the 3 ball.
He jabbed that one.
But he hit the 5 ball with his stick or something and it moved. Let's take a look at Reyes. He has 2 balls. He needs 6, 2, 4, and I see 6 balls. I see 6 balls here, Jim, but they're not really easy to get by us.
Yeah, quick check. Efren just looking for the rest, I think. or the rake, and there is no rake. So if anybody at home has a rake, bring it down.
I think that the tournament director will have to get him a rake here.
Yeah, he's looking for someone to give him a rake right now. Someone was probably using the rake here last night and took it to one of the outside tables, but they'll get one.
Brought it to the garden. Anyways, his first shot is a very interesting shot. He would like to play position for the bank on the 10, because that really assures him of getting at least 4 more balls, at least. Okay, because I would play position bank on the 10 because of the position on any other ball may be a little bit risky. He's going around here. He's going around. This has to be hit good.
Well, if he's on the 15, and it looks from our vantage point as though he is, boy, that's a handy shot.
Now he's going to move. I don't know what kind of an angle he has here. Nicely struck. I don't know what kind of angle he has here as well, so he may be in the 10 next.
Well, he can shoot the 7 ball, 7 passes. That's what do you know? He's shooting the. Well, now he's going for the 7. And had to just check that one to straighten out the angle off that bottom 50 little shot. That brings him to 5, 6, 5.
Came very close in contacting the 7 with that shot, but of course he had complete control of the cue ball there. Never a doubt. No, that's amazing. That's just amazing why he wouldn't play position for the bank on the 10. But if you have total confidence in your ability to control the cue ball as well as he just did, then the mystery is solved. There's a reason why he shot it the way he did. But he's got a funny angle here, Jim. It looks like the side pocket's in the way of the follow, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to follow it to get back down table for the bank unless he forces it with inside English. Like that. Okay. Forces it with inside English, playing position for the 10 ball straight in, which was obviously quite simple. At least it appeared that way.
Some Filipino magic, courtesy of Efren Reyes. The handshake, 3-0. Reyes through to the second round here. Parica is going to have to fight his way back from the loser's bracket. A terrific performance, Billy, it has to be said.
Oh, absolutely, Jim. And he certainly has lived up to his billing here as, in my opinion, as still the greatest one-pocket player in the world. And as I mentioned before, no one runs balls in one pocket better than Efren Reyes.
And there you have it. Billy and Cardona, Jim White signing off for a while. Stay with us. There's going to be plenty more one-pocket action coming your way.
Yeah, that's right. Short and sweet, but you really want to stay longer when Reyes is playing.
Yeah,
but you want to get out of here quicker when you know. I understand, but when Reyes is playing one pocket, you really want to stay longer. At least I do.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he's such a master of the game, and he's such a beautiful player to watch playing one pocket, particularly one pocket.
Jeez, that was good. Holy cow! What shot he played! I can't believe he missed the. I thought he was just going to stun it in, draw up, and play the bank on the one to leave the cue ball over there. Well, honestly, that's a bloody good thing I didn't say anything. But that was awesome. Holy cow. One mistake in every game. One mistake cost him.